scrolling through YouTube the other day and I felt like everything looked the same. And so I had this idea of just like, why are all the videos blurring together? Why are all the thumbnails and the title ideas and everything that we're doing just blurring together and becoming the exact same as everyone else on the platform? I feel like creators are trying harder than ever before, and I know I am, but it feels like there's less things alive. Like it feels like there's less things that are unique and different and less things that stand out on YouTube. So maybe you're a creator that has put a lot of effort into it and tried hard to get things going, and it just feels like nothing's really working. And I know I felt like that too at points. Maybe it's not that the creators are failing. Maybe it's not that we're failing and that we're not doing the right things, but maybe it's that YouTube is resetting and it's changing a bit from what we're used to. So I'm sure you've seen a ton of videos on how to make YouTube videos and how to structure it and all those things. And it seems like everybody is using the exact same set of rules. And, it's like, let's come up with the best hook. Let's think of, what is the problem and the solution and the tension and the, payoff of what we're talking about. And, I think when we do that, it just starts to merge into everybody has the same exact content as everyone else on the platform. And I think those rules are good and they definitely have worked in the past. And I think they're still going to work, but there's something, at least me wanting a little bit more to YouTube into this whole content creation process. So all that to say, I think we're kind of oversaturating this market in YouTube right now. And I think that there's something happening to the viewers and what they want to see on YouTube. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video. So I've personally noticed that when I'm a little bit more off the cuff or just less scripted and more open and honest with my audience, that I've had a better time getting engagement from the viewers and comments and retention, click-through rate, everything has gone up when I'm not trying to follow those exact rules that everyone else is trying to follow. And I'm just trying to be helpful and share my thoughts and share who I am as a creator. Really, I'm just trying to talk like I'm on a FaceTime call. I'm trying to talk like I'm talking to someone, one of my friends or whoever that is trying to do something similar to what I'm doing. And that's just the mantra that I have. So doing that, I think, it feels more human. It feels more like you can know me and know who I am and hopefully trust me, but also it can build that connection that you might not get from someone who's just so polished and is putting all the right cuts and the edits together with all the text and presenting something to you, basically. So if you struggled with kind of making that connection with people, I'm putting together an Excel, like a form or like a process for you to answer some questions that'll help you get some clarity on your direction, on your channel and your audience, and just creatively, what do you want to do with it? So that link will be in the description below. It's purely something to help you kind of walk through the process of trying to get unstuck on YouTube. So if that's interesting to you, go ahead and click that and fill that out. So I mentioned this idea of a reset on YouTube. So what does that look like? What does that look like for us as content creators? And I think the main thing is that platforms move in cycles. So like YouTube has cycles, kind of like fashion has cycles where, some things will go in and out of fashion and they'll, in and out of style, if you will. YouTube does the exact same thing. And if you look back over the years of YouTube, you'll see there's a few years, 4 or 5 years where like vlogging was like the king, right? Like just doing random stuff. I mean, at the beginning, it was just like any random video you could put up that made people laugh was working. Then it kind of goes through a whole podcast era. It goes through, the MrBeast era of the last 5 years where it's highly produced, highly targeted, highly scripted out and edited, and everything needs to be polished and, perfect basically. And I think AI is making that easier to do that. And we've seen more channels kind of get into that same realm and same game as MrBeast. And with AI making that easier, I think there's a shift happening, and I think the reset's happening to where there's gonna be more people wanting authentic content that is not polished. It's not highly edited and highly targeted to the right people. It's just people wanting people, right? So I think that's part of the reset. I think it removes itself from feeling uniform and everything feeling the exact same on the platform. I think people are going to crave real voices, real experiences, and not just this polished thing. And I don't think that's going away. I think, you know, there's a branch of YouTube that will just grow into like more production, more produced, you know, stuff like TV or Netflix and that kind of thing. But then there's a whole lot of other people that are going to start to want real voices, real people on here. So yeah, I think YouTube is shifting back a little bit to focus on authenticity and really having people that are on screen and not trying to be polished. Man, it's cold. I try to go through this. I got notes on my phone, and it's probably like 12 degrees out right now with a wind chill of like -2 Fahrenheit. So I'm freezing, but I'm trying to get through this for you guys because I wrote down these thoughts that I had, and I think they're beneficial to help you guys, you know, move through this. So hopefully you're finding value because I'm freezing my butt off out here. I think the big thing, real fast before I end, is just like, don't try to out-polish AI. Don't try to out-polish some of those bigger channels. Try to focus on ideas. Ideas are king on YouTube, and so find an idea that you want to do, whether it's an outlier video or just something that you are passionate about. Find that idea, research it, develop it, make it into something that is useful and can help people, and then you can articulate it in a way that helps people, and just go with that. I think, you know, drop the fake YouTube voice. Just be yourself. Be who you are and talk the way you talk. And then the last thing would be just be consistent. I think we overlook consistency. It's so hard to be consistent up front when you're not getting any views, but that's so key. You have to be consistent. So just keep uploading, keep plugging away, keep, you know, coming up with good ideas that you're excited about doing, and move forward that way. And you'll find success eventually. And I think especially in the next coming years, you'll find a lot of success if you're who you are and you're authentic. So YouTube is moving towards simplicity. So I look forward to the growth that's coming. I look forward to seeing your guys' growth as well. And so show up as yourself now, and I think you'll be ahead of the rest in the coming years. So that's it for this video. Hopefully that was helpful. I'll see you later.